Hi there, lovely people. This is the real month of Kemet, grace of justice, truth, balance, and harmony. And today I'm going to talk about the 9 clans of Kikuyu. As it is being told, this is what I found, or we have been told that the Kikuyu clans came from the 9 tribes. Actually, there were 10, but because the Kikuyu regarded counting people as a bad omen, because counting always brought bad omens and eventually death. Like you can see nowadays, we do count our people. We had the census just the previous day. So to Kikuyu culture, that is why I'm saying we have to go back to our culture. To Kikuyu culture, we did not count things in terms of wealth, and wealth at that time was regarded as how much animal farms you had, how many children you had. Those were the things we considered as wealth to us, and also the health of our body was also considered as one of the most important things. And these clans, they do come from a specific female ancestor, so they did not name a man in this thing, so meaning that this specific female ancestor was androgynous, meaning that she was able to reproduce within her body, as she had both feminine and masculine. That is why I'm saying she was androgynous, and that is how she brought forth the 9+1 tribe of Kikuyu. And these were the number 9, like we have seen in this naming of the 9+1 Kikuyu, is a very, very powerful number. It's a number, when you multiply by another one, it always gives you 9. And if you go on and on multiplying, then adding the number, it gives you 9. So 9 has been regarded by our ancestors as a number of transformation, transcendence. It's a very powerful number, and they regarded this number as the highest number also. And we can see it has been used in various ways, like in 9 planets. We have 9 planets, 9 months in the womb, that is the conception. So you can see this number is a very sacred number. And also 9 phases of the moon. The moon, before, from the new moon to full moon, it just goes into 9 phases. And so many things you can find that is named after number 9. So in the universe, this number is powerful. It's a great number. That is why you see our ancestors were also in tune. So I'm going to read these 9+1 tribes of Kikuyu, and they were regarded as women. We do not see any man in this naming of the 9 kinds or the 9 tribes. And sorry to say, nowadays it's the men who are giving us these stories, so we don't know whether it's accuracy. Me, I would say it's a half truth. It's giving truth on a 50%, but 50% there is so much that is being or is not being told about our culture, the Gikuyu culture. And I'll start with Wajiro. Wajiro, or the Aziro. She used to name people according to manners or seasons. So she was given this privilege by the Mats to give names to our children. She was regarded as having this dark complexion. So you can see the melanin in her was so much powerful. She was good in shamanism. That is meaning she was good in the herbs, psychic. She was hardworking, good in leadership. She was also good in decision making, and she was a keeper of our oracle. So you can see the woman there, or the Woob woman. She was quite a powerful woman. And nowadays we don't hear about our clans. They are so quiet, mainly because we have adopted, and I will repeat it again, we have adopted a culture that doesn't belong to us. Then the second woman was Bamboi or Aboi. She was considered the most beautiful woman. She was very fearful, welcoming, never forgetful, good in leadership, good in keeping secrets. And they were very quick to forgive easily whenever you lied or you did a bad thing to them. And also they were regarded as very faithful and loyal to their partners. So to them, the union of both woman and man was a very sacred thing to her. And I'll go to the third one. The third one was Wasera or Wajeri. This particular lady, this particular woman, she loved migrating. She was also self-centered and very much hardworking. Then I'll go to the fourth woman. She was known as Wajiko. I know you have heard of Wajiko so many times in the politician. This is what they like to talk about Wajiko. It's like they are sarcastically showing her they have taken everything from her. This particular clan were very good at keeping the grains. Whatever we planted, they were very good. There is no way you could have visited the Arashiko or the Wajiko, and from her granary you could have found each and every seed we planted. And let me say, even maize was not our seed. So I don't know what's the fuss about Rugai. It wasn't our staple food. The corn came with the European in 19th century, so it's a very new crop to us. That is why you see it has so many defects and it's destroying our body. So the Wajiko, it's those people you see dancing. Whenever you see them dancing, they dance, they make rhythmically. They always jump Whenever we are singing, they are always ahead of us or behind us. They are very good in leadership. They were regarded as very much wealthy because they were very hardworking. So they amassed so much in terms of animals and the bumper harvest. And they were also regarded as shamans. Shamans means that they were very good in herbs, medicine, and also they were psychic, so they were able to see some things, and they will always keep the tribe in tune with the ancestors or whatever they wanted, so they were very much able to communicate very easily with the ancestors. And from what I know, that they were a product of intermarriage of Kamba and Gikuyu. And like I said, they were very hardworking, wealthy, straightforward. So if you are Wanjiko or the Agashiko, know yourself, know where you are failing, because our food is contaminated and it is your responsibility. It's up to you to wake up and start looking for the indigenous, the organic seeds, our seeds that we ate, the crops. Like we had men were cultivating the arrowroots and the yams and sweet potato. It was their work, where the woman cultivated. They had that like the sugar cane, the bananas, and so many other things. The greens, they knew what they were to select in the forest. And the greens they had to bring back to the community in order to nourish the community and heal the community. So this is where they are getting you, because they always know who you are, and they are using this demonic culture to nab your mind so you won't remember who you are. So it's the high time, like I said, it's the high time to go back to your ancestors, dad, or wherever you can settle, let me say, and not ancestral blood, because nowadays the land is so divided, so we don't know even where we have to return. But wherever you are going to return, you can be able to recall by what was your responsibility, where to find these seeds. The ancestors will lead the way. So I'll go to the other. After the fourth woman, we had the fifth woman. I did not write the fifth woman. So let me read all of them without naming or giving them number. Like I said, even as Kikuyu, we do not want to give numbers. It was a way of suppressing us. Then there was Wazeri. This woman, I read that one. I read about Wasera and Wanzeri. I said she left migrating, self-centered, hardworking. I do apologize for the mix-up in the notes. Then I'll go to the Wangare or Aidekahuno. And as the Aidekahuno suggests, she was born prematurely. She never let go of her things. And she always knew how to treat them and take care of her things. They are very, very much valuable to her. She is considered as fearless. So her fearlessness is what was guiding the community. Nothing could have penetrated the community and start tainting or intoxicating the community. Then they never give up easily in whatever they do. If it's something they are starting, they have to strive and reach to the peak. And then they are considered as good lawyers and readers. So in leadership, they are very good. They are also considered very hardworking, and they treat nature very, very well with a lot of respect. They liked even planting trees. So this was very good for the Wangare or Aide Kahuno. So if you know you are Wangare or Aide Kahuno from that clan or that tribe, know where you are failing and start meeting women and women and men there. Nowadays we say that the paradigm, it's not all about the woman like we used to have. Now it's the time for the both woman and man to come together, work together and strike the balance, because we are kind of off balance, where we have the patriarchy, they are ruling, they have these bad qualities of bad leadership, they are always taking us into abyss. So it's like we are falling each and every day we are falling into this abyss, and it's the time we wake up and come out of that darkness, come to the light, work together. This is the only way we are going to save our culture and our children and so many things, and also protect our women, because they are the backbone of our culture. So this culture is always targeting our women, and that is why I say our culture was sold by these men who are still there, the Kenyatta, and the circle that was there during the Mau Mau. They betrayed each and every Kenyan. But I say this is something we can forget and start working together. I know they have amassed a lot of wealth. This is the time to share with the poor, share the land with the poor. I don't know where you have gotten this idea of subdividing the land and then selling it. You cannot sell Mother. If anybody who is doing this, you should think twice from today onwards, because the message that I'm getting from the ancestors, they are not happy with this cutting and dividing and selling of the land in a very exorbitant or high prices to the people. Even if you are selling, be very considerate, because there are so many people who are out there without a piece of land. And staying in this rented house, it's a very disastrous thing. I never knew, but I have tasted this, where you don't even have access to sun. You can't go out and enjoy time in the nature. You always know with the boundaries within your house, and these concrete jackals, they are always draining our energy. So I would go to the other woman. This was Wakioro or Wabura, the Edaga, the most feared women in Kikuyu clan, in Kikuyu tribe. They were very good shamans, wealthy in terms of animals, harvest, good in alchemy. Their powers died in tongues that whenever they uttered something, if it wasn't respected, you suffer great consequences because of her tongue. Her words were very powerful, and she was used to punish the offenders in the society, like those who go against the society. She was used in this. So she was very good at keeping the society or the community in order. there were not so many ills that we are seeing in the society. So if you know you are a Dhaga, Wakyoro, Wabura, no, it's your time to wake up, because the police department has failed us greatly. So many things are happening. Women are being killed each and every day ritually. Like the killings we are seeing here, it's the ritual killings. And this started from last year. This is the things they have been doing for their ritual killings, for their gods to come and siphon or suck the women, the blood of our women. So in order to nullify this, if you remember who you are, you can get in tune with your ancestors. They will help you. It doesn't even take long time. So it's the high time you wake up, the Dhaga, Wakyoro, Wabura, and realize who you are. Then there was Wageshi or Waidera. They were very good soldiers. They were considered the soldiers of the society. So they protected the clan, the tribe, the children, the community, the society very well. And they were very good at forging tools, weapons, tools that they used in farming, tools they used during the time of wars. So I'll go to the other woman, that is Wairimo, Gaderia. These are the giants. I believe from what we can also, the name as it sounds, Airimo, we have always been hearing about the Gikuyu folklores or the stories about giants. So our ancestors knew much more. These giants do exist, and I believe they are the Hyperboreans or something like that, Hyperboreans of the giant. Even nowadays they are unearthing these huge bones of giants. So these people, they are still here and they do exist. So they, like even the way they are giving this narrative is they had big physique, this big body, and whenever they stood amongst the 9+1 women, she stood out because of her body. Then she was known to be laid back. They were good shepherds, hardworking, potters. So you can see where we got our pots from. They were very good at this. And they were also good in business. The barter trade we had, they were very, very good. So they negotiated very well. So if you remember, you are Wairimo, the Gagedegia, please remember where you are sleeping. It's the time to wake up, time to get strong, sister, because we were the keepers of our tribe and our clans, the women, until the patriarchy came and overtook everything. They overthrew everything. Now they are saying that the woman cannot even participate in rituals, which is very, very wrong. In order for these men to come into this world, they have to come through a woman. So you are giving us, whenever you are talking in the radios, in the YouTube, in the TV, televisions, you are lying, and it's the high time you correct. The ancestors are not happy. It's the high time you correct people, men, divine masculine, who remembers who you are. Also, it's your time to straighten up, put up your sock, because our women are being targeted so much, particularly the Gikuyu women. Even for the other tribes, they don't take their women the way they take our women. They always like keeping them as mistresses. That is where they are harvesting their sexual energy. This is where they are getting their power because they know who they are. And remember, these men always go to the nature. So they have been going there to discuss how they will ever remain at the top. Nothing will happen to them if they remain to the top. That is the suppressing the woman. And because the woman is the God, is the creator, now you can see the scale is like this. It's flipped, it's upside down, it's not balanced. So divine masculine, if you know who you are, if you are resonate with the message that I'm giving here through the clans and the tribe, please wake up. It's not the time to nap again. It's not the time to nap again, because like I said, the pharaohs don't care about you. And it's only us, through our unity, we are going to come together and save our community or our culture. Then I'll go to the other one, was Wagui or Waidiegeni. Wagui, the Agui, yeah, the dog people. They are these people, and there is sightings in USA. They are saying that their dog people are appearing out of nowhere. It's because the dimensions are merging. And the Agui were considered to lead in song. They were very good in leading the song, the soloist, the perfect soloist. She was also good in composing songs, so you can see those folklore Kikuyu songs we have been seeing our ancestors singing, the most songs that were in tune with earth, with Mother Earth, with nature. She was the one who was responsible for this, and that is why you see even our Kikuyu people are very good at composing songs and singing songs. They are very, very good at it. So by what I have read here, you can relate where you are. If you like singing, if you make these great songs, this is where you like. So it's a high time we come up with a music which is not offensive to our children, to us women, to the men also, because the music which is brought by this Roman culture, it's always for portraying a woman as naked, woman as a sex object, and it's the high time this stops. We don't need this kind of music because they are just destroying the minds of our young ones, the minds of our youth. So this balance is off because of you remaining quiet. Start composing songs which are meant to grow, empower the youth, empower everybody, remind everybody who they were. So this is the high time. And then there was Wamoyo Waligia. I don't know about this woman because they are saying that she did practice the incest, which, like I said, this information is 50% with the lie and 50% with the truth, because those who are working with the leftists are the ones who are giving our story. The Kiamagiaduri, or this small group of men who decided that woman is irrelevant in their lives or in their rituals or in our culture. So, and the youth should change also. Change and start working with the woman again, with the women, with the woman. Stopping having this extramarital affairs, because to you age doesn't matter. It's taboo you are bringing to our culture, bad omen you are bringing to our culture. No wonder your rituals are always backfiring. These rituals you have been performing all by yourself, and we know that even the rituals at those times when they were performed, a woman was supposed to be in presence of that ritual in order for the ritual to go through, in order for the ritual to bring forth good harvest, good fortune to us, good health to us, longevity unto us. But you just flipped it upside down. So we also need to keep in reminding ourselves that nowadays we don't know our culture, our children don't know our culture, just because of this education also. This education that was brought to us that is not even helping our children. We have to go back in what we used to tell our children, or because this is the way they knew how the culture was. We were using the proverbs, the riddles, and then there were folk tales, stories, whether it was myth. This is how we passed the stories from generation to generations. And the reason that I was saying our culture is 50 truth and 50% right is because if you go to the books that are explaining about culture is written by the white man, like there is this one that is written by Louis Leakey, and so many of them, they are the one who are telling our story. And that is why I'm saying this is crap, this is not the truth. And we need people who can remember to come up and start telling us what was really happening. We need also these people to write in the books, so that we can reach so many people, in order for us to remember our culture. So those are 9 plus 1. Clans of Gikuyu, or the Gikuyu. And the Gikuyu is associated with